Well, we battled adversity, that's for sure. A couple turnovers, a couple questionable calls that could have went either way, and I thought our kids handled it well. And we talked about some bad things were going to happen tonight, and how were we going to respond? Were we going to let it go downhill, or were we going to fight back? And I thought we did a great job of handling the adversity tonight. We fought back.
Well, and you know, Kevin had such a spectacular first half. I mean, he threw the ball so well, really just running that offense well. He kind of stumbled a little bit there in the second half. His passes were just a little bit short. Tell me about how he recovered from that.
Well, first of all, it's probably the head coach's fault for not keeping in a rhythm throwing the ball. Got a little conservative, game got tight, and I think our play calling got tight a little bit. But he got it rattled. The running backs were starting to talk to me about some of the things that some defensive ends were doing in the backs, and so we started play calling a little bit differently in the fourth quarter. That sprang us. Our big runs came off of our backs. That was a great job by our running backs giving that suggestion.
Well, and talk about Kevin running that ball, because he ran it incredibly well in that last drive.
Well, I mean, like Tony Joyner didn't get enough carries tonight, but you can tell we have a 1-2 backfield that can both of those guys can run the ball very well for us. And now you got to worry about Kevin running the ball as well too. We just got to be careful and keep him. Got to keep him healthy. He can't take any big shots. But we knew tonight he was going to have to be tough for us and make some of those runs to win this ball game tonight.
Talk about Jalil's touchdown there that gave you the lead.
Oh, it's huge. You know, it was an inside zone play to the left, and you know they did a good job. Their DNs were pinching a little bit and plugging some things, and he just bounced. But he had a great block by Martise Mullins on the edge that sprang him, and that's what it's about. I've never in my 12 years of coaching football ever had an official tell me to tell my wide receivers to stop blocking on the whistle, and I was kind of laughing at halftime, and I just said, you just keep blocking, we'll just ignore that the official told me that. That's a first for us, and so
just because you guys were so physical.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. We were going to have to run. We were going to have to run the ball to win this game. We knew that. With the wind, you never know in Kansas. We're going to have to be able to run the ball, and it starts with those guys blocking on the perimeter. If they weren't doing that, those big long runs would have been maybe 8-yard runs. So those guys did a great job on the edge. Alex Bott, Jackson Reynolds, Martise did a great job tonight.
And how about your defense there in that last drive? Impressive.
Yeah, they got gassed. That in the second quarter, they were out there. Coach Westhoff, our offensive line coach, they were out there from I think the 10-minute mark to the 2-minute mark when we went on our 2-minute drive. But I mean, they just played. They made some big plays when we needed it, and that's what good defenses do. They find a way to get it.